Nimbula Vinaka once again, and thank you very much for the welcome, the words of welcome and the Sevu Sevu. Me and my team are very happy to be here this morning with you all, and your smiles and your wonderful words show how happy you are with us and how happy we are with you. As I sat here and I looked across out to the sea, I am reminded of the fact that the faithful ship Syria got shipwrecked here. And thinking of that makes me realize how close I am to my ancestors. And I must say how thankful and grateful I am to your people for looking after them and having them buried here. That makes us very close, because my ancestors also came from India, and we are here because of them, and we are here now because of the hospitality of your people. The acceptance of your people from those indentured laborers who came from India to work in the country. And that is the bond that you and I share. And today, being here is sort of a very emotional moment for me. I mean, though we were not there at that time, your ancestors were here to look after my ancestors. So to the chiefs and the elders and the ancestors of this place, I put on record the appreciation not only of me, but the people of Fiji had. And the indentured laborers in those days, when they came with a lot of hope. And those that came in that faithful ship, their hopes were dashed here. But the others that came after that and before them, they made Fiji their home. And so the point is, we are here because of the Honorable Prime Minister. I'm sure you would have loved to see your son here speaking to you, but the women, you are very lucky. It is the good thoughts of the Prime Minister that has enabled my team to bring you the gifts that you asked for. So today is all about the women of this village. And I must say that the Prime Minister has a lot of hopes from all the women of this country. Women are very important members of any village, any home, and of course our nation. So on behalf of the Honorable Prime Minister, let me say I pay respects to all the hardworking women of this village. Of course, the men too. And recently we've been visiting your area, and we've made some very good friends in the village of Vandrai, where we came 2 days ago too. And of course, Manasa there, my good friend. And now I think all of you are my friends. So we have a few important messages for the men of the village, and for the children of the village, and of course the women of the village. Women are the foundation of any family. The values that we teach our children comes from women, the mothers, okay? And I must thank you for doing a good job. Please keep sending your children to school, because that is our hope. This government and this Prime Minister believes in educating the people of Fiji. And with that comes economic empowerment. When you are educated, you can go and make a living for yourself anywhere in this world. Not only in Fiji, but you can also go overseas and live there. So we have a big budget for the Ministry of Education, where we have made education free for the children. You get bus fares. I mean, when we went to school, you would remember the things our parents had to do. Pay the fees and book fees and a lot of fees. And then parents had to struggle for it, right? Nowadays, we've taken that struggle off you. So your responsibility is to make sure all the children who can go to school are in school, okay? And get them educated. The second issue that I want to talk to about is women being economically empowered. When you are educated, when you develop skills, and that skill helps you to earn a living. So the equipment that you see here comes at a cost of 5,000 plus, and you are one of those lucky women chosen by the Prime Minister's office in the small grant scheme. Okay, this budget comes from the Prime Minister's office, and he wants you to use that, use your skills and training, and generate income for your family. Because when you're going to generate income as a women's group, that income will assist your family as well. Spend it on your children, spend it on the elderlies, and spend it on yourself, and try to grow. It's very important that you grow. Okay? Sometimes we hear that when equipment is given free, it's not taken care of. So I would like to appeal to you, if we come back next year or 2 years or 3 years later, this equipment is still in that good condition. Don't lose it, look after it. Utilize it to earn money for your women's group. And when you work together as a group, you are stronger, okay? So that's why this is given to the women's group for everybody to utilize. It doesn't belong to the president or the secretary or the treasurer. It belongs to the village women's group, okay? So, and because you are going to use it for catering, please ensure that whatever you produce, whatever you cook, whatever you serve is of quality. Don't compromise on quality. The food that you make should improve as you go along. So not only do people pay you more, but people enjoy the food as well. And of course, tell other people, oh, go to this village. This women's group produces good food at good price. So please use this to grow, okay? Now, in Fiji and in the Pacific, I'm talking as a woman now, we have a lot of problems. And one of the problems is health of our people. The health of our people is very important, okay? These days in Fiji, we have a lot of NCDs because people are not eating the right food, not taking their meds, or probably not eating the right type and right amount. The village environment is very good to grow your own food. Please utilize the sea for fresh and healthy food, and the land that you have to grow local foods, okay? And feed that to your families, women especially, men can help you too. So you have probably a healthy village. People are dying very young. People are dying very early. We are losing people are losing their limbs and eyes and everything like that. So your health is very important. And as a community, please talk about this issue. How to have good health for you and your children. The second one is of domestic violence. I'm sure men don't beat their women here. Men, please don't take me wrong, but Fiji is one of the countries in the Pacific that has very high rate of domestic violence, and that affects the country and the economic development. At the Ministry of Women, we have programs where we want to stop violence before it happens, okay? And that can be done by talking to each other. Talk to your partners. Women, men, talk to each other. Every problem that you have can be resolved by talking. Remember, your children who are young are watching you. So if you fight and beat each other up and swear and scream, your children are also learning it. So be good role models. And for the elders, please guide the young ones. You know, when we used to grow up, things were different. Now things are different. So as elders, we have to teach them what is right. The children, we see the values that our parents taught us, the values that we lived with, is slowly going away. So who is going to teach them? They go to school, of course the teachers are teaching that, but the first responsibility is of the parents. You parents are the first responsibility for teaching moral values. The second thing, as I sat here, I realized I couldn't understand what was said in Itoki language. So to do that, what the government has done, in school, every Itoki child is learning vernacular, Hindi. And every what should I say? Every Indo-Fijian child is learning to speak Itoki. Now when that happens, when they grow up, they will be able to communicate better with each other, they will be able to understand each other better, and they will be able to promote living in a very peaceful society. So we want all cultures to live very peacefully, because this is our Fiji. One Fiji, one people. And I'm sure your villages here, those that I have visited, I have seen a lot of respect for each other. Continue with that respect for each other. Fiji will always belong to us, all of us, right? and for us to live peacefully in that in a sort of in one Fiji, one people, we have to understand each other. We have to respect each other. We have to tolerate like different cultures that we have. So this is some of the things that we promote, and the Ministry of Women looks after women, children, and the elderly as well. So I see a lot of elderly people. Please make sure you utilize our social pension scheme. And when we have the Talanwa session, you can ask questions from me and my staff. And at this point, I'd also like to thank the Office of the Prime Minister, Office of the Commissioner Western, and Team Women, Commissioner Central, and of course my officers who continue to be on the ground to look after your needs. Please do not hesitate to ask us any questions that you think is important for you, because we are here to serve you. We don't expect anything from you, but we are here to serve you. And with these words, I hope that the gifts that we bring today will be of great benefit to you, and may you progress. May God bless you all, and be safe and healthy. Thank you.